Do you know how a lobster grows? It actually goes through a process called molting. What it does is it gets rid of its hard shell. So there's a soft body underneath the shell. And when it grows too big for the shell, it has to get rid of the shell so it can continue growing. And it becomes very vulnerable when it doesn't have that hard protective shell. So it goes under a rock, gets rid of its hard shell, and then stays there for a while the next one grows. How does the lobster know to do that? It knows to do that because it starts to feel pain. It is growing so much, it's pushing against the walls of the shell that it feels pain and it has to go and get a new shell. Have you heard of growing pains? I think this is an unbelievable example of that. So the lobster struggles out of the old shell. The lobster, for protection, will wait for this new shell to harden. In the first 5 to 7 years, the lobster might do this about 25 times. It's going through amazing pains. Its pain is about 5 times a year of this unbelievable pain that it has to go and change something. As it gets older, it does it less and less, maybe once or twice a year. So why is that lobster story of interest to us? Because we also go through pains. We also go through growing pains. The problem is, sometimes as humans, when we have these growing pains, we just want to get rid of the pain. And we'll go to the doctor and maybe get a prescription of something that takes the pain away. It's treating the symptom, not the cause. Maybe the pain there is to help us grow and help us flourish. You know, in America, there's something called the Biosphere 2. It's in Arizona somewhere. And they try to create an environment that man could live in if we were living on the moon. It's completely sealed off. And the experiment was meant to be completely closed. But after a couple of years, they had to open it. And now it's open to tourists, but it's not a closed system as it was intended to be. And the reason? A lot of the trees within there started collapsing. Why? The trees needed the wind. And by pushing, or the wind pushing the trees, it gained its strength and was able to grow strong roots into the ground. We often complain about what goes wrong, and it's human nature to seek out what is going wrong so that we can correct it. But we have to train ourselves to look at the other side of the coin and to know if something's going wrong, there's something else going right. Understand what is cursing us, but at the same time, appreciate the blessings that we have. I was told to take the kids to school, and I was telling someone, I have to take the kids to school. And a better way of saying that is not that I have to take the kids to school. I have the opportunity to bond with them. My mindset of having to take them to school and it's now a chore is different to if while they're in the car and I'm taking them there, I can bond with my kids. And it changed the experience completely. So may I suggest that whenever you're looking at the things that are going wrong, which there are many, which is part of life, try and look at those things that are the hidden blessings and expose them because they're fantastic. I'm David Zeidel, and these are just some of the random thoughts of a business school lecturer. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button below.